I think it's so selfish to have this unrealistic idea of what a man is supposed to bring to you, and what you're bringing is not 100%. Especially in particular, the women who claim they want this real man, and you don't present a real woman. You rocking weaves and all of this. You know what I'm saying? How dare you? You know, how dare you hold these standards to the men to make you responsible? Get off your behind, do some work, do some self reflection, look yourself in the mirror, bare naked, and get honest with yourself. And stop expecting some man to save your loneliness. You should never be lonely when you got yourself. I mean, it's just a simple concept to me, and I know, like I said, I have been told how rare of a breed I am, but that's besides the point. It's all about, I'm not a rare breed. I'm just in tune with the power that a lot of sisters either have not recognized, have forgotten, um, have allowed to be put to the side, because this power requires responsibility. It requires work. It requires that I'm effectively working on me at the same time of working on us, and that's what I expect from my men. I rather take you as you are, knowing that you're willing to grow, than take some altogether by society standards man who is a hole, who doesn't know how to communicate, who is just an a-hole, and often you run into those type of men, but we don't say anything about them. We still let them be around, and that's why we stuck in the state that we in, sisters, and it's sad because I know some really good brothers. I had this conversation um, with somebody, and I said, I know more good men than I do bad. And the bad men that I do know, I see their potential to become good. So I can't even really say in a nutshell that the bad guys are bad, because I know that spark in them will be lit, and they're going to make sure that they get out there and they do their thing. So I really, really hope that I don't take a lot of these educated, single, got material things, woman, I can do anything I want, hear me roar type feminists. I hope that you guys really take a step back and look at, really, is that healthy for the state of our community? Soldiers ain't about me. Soldiers ain't about you. It's about uplifting Black women to ensure we are a part of this community, to continue to get out of Dodge when it comes to America. So my ego has no room for this. Your ego has no room for this. Self-reflection is all that I request. Is really look at yourself, and you got a PhD or two, and you're doing your thing, but you're miserable. I don't know how many of my peers have multiple paper things that define them, and they're lonely. They masking it. They, oh girl, I'm fine, da 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 da, but they eating like 20 Twinkies. You know what I'm saying? Or, no, girl, ain't nothing wrong with me, I'm good. But they sleeping around, or whatever it is that it manifests itself. And if you don't consciously acknowledge it, that does not mean it's not there, because it is there on some type of a subconscious level. And for women who are in tune, we're able to pick that up. We're able to say, yes, I can identify that this sister is hurting, and she's just using these excuses to not try to admit it, because that means you got to do work. That means you can't blame your last man. That means you can't blame your daddy. That means you can't blame your mama's boyfriend. You can't blame nobody, but you can surely take full responsibility and make some changes. So stop having the high standard and you low quality. You know, and materialisms do not define men, and that is a very sad state that we have nurtured within men, to where men don't feel like men if they don't have things. That is such an empty, lonely space, especially for black men in America, because they're not going to give them the accessibility that they give everybody else. They're not going to give them the same access that they give us. Okay, I right now can go to the food stamp office, get food stamps, get WIC, get child care, get all of these different things. But if a brother did that, they'd laugh. Okay, even if I've seen cases where the brother was a single father and he still didn't get these benefits, just because of the premise that he was a man. And that's ridiculous. Things do not define who men are. It is their characteristics that we should be judging. I want somebody who, A, is honest, 2, is loyal. These are the things that we should be naming off. And you don't even I want contribution. I don't want, because often I am the one who's going to make more money, and there are going to be times when that shifts, when, okay, brother is making more money than I am, and particularly in the winter. I don't have as many shows, I don't teach as many classes, so 3-4 months out of the year it might be in balance in reverse. Or there might be times where in the summer I'm just not hitting like I was last summer, or you not hitting like you was. I'm talking about contribution. We are working together to figure out how to survive within our relationship, and only we can define that. Sisters, we got I seen sisters in sororities that allow their peers, their friends to, girl, you can't be with him because da 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 da, and all that is room for them to try to figure out how they can get with that brother. Trust and believe me, okay? They'll hurt you and lie to you over and over again, and we're trusting these so-called friends who can't tell you nothing anyway because they ain't got no man, um, and allowing very good men to be pushed away. And it's just so sad to me, because I know so many good men, I know so many good women. And again, please don't feel like this is an attack. If it's hitting a chord with you, it just means maybe this message was given to me to be presented for a reason. All right. So we are going to go into the question, and the question is, let's see which one I want to take. I got my glasses on. All right, lady, how do you approach a man if you do? I believe that women approaching men should be very subtle. It should be unspoken, and it should be encouraging to invite the men to come and have a conversation. We choose who we want to engage with out of our pool of men. Some women only have one man to choose from. Some women have 20. Some women have 50. And of that pool, we choose who we want to move forward with. And there are small things that you do that is just making sure that the finesse is not gone, and that you present yourself in such a dope way that they would be a fool not to try to get at you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even with effort. That's just natural,